Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hi. So today is Thursday, and it is 11 o'clock, though that might not be true if you're watching this on a platform that is not Twitch. But if you're here live, it's Thursday, it's 11 o'clock, and that's normally when we play our Thursday show. But this week, I have just a short announcement for you to talk about some new content that's coming up for Roll20 Presents. So if you've been watching Roll20 Presents for, gosh, it's been over a year now, we've been playing all kinds of different games. We've been playing Apocalypse World, we played Burning Wheel, we played Torchbearer. We've had a lot of experience with a whole bunch of different games, and it's been super cool to be able to introduce folks to games that they have never played or heard about before. That's one thing that was a big goal for me in getting the show started, right? Show everybody all these cool games they may never have heard about, or show them how to GM games that they had been curious about. But the other half of what I wanted to do with the Roll20 Presents series is show you how you can use Roll20 to make your own games, whether they're games played at the table using the tablet app or you're playing online, show you how to make them even better. And what I realize is that, not everybody's playing Burning Wheel. Not everybody's playing Apocalypse World. There's a role-playing game. There's the world's most popular role-playing game that a lot of folks are playing and that I haven't run before. So if you were playing 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, this new campaign is going to show you some cool tricks that you can use to make your campaign better. So we're going to be taking on 5e D&D, and we're not doing it alone. Because as you know, if you're going to go into a dungeon, you got to have your party with you. And what we're doing is we're going to pair up for this campaign with the D&D Adventurers League to bring you some cool new episodic content over the rest of the summer and off into the fall. So if you're not familiar already with the Adventurers League, they're an organized play campaign created by Wizards of the Coast to give players space to play 2, 4, or 8-hour adventures that are all linked together by a seasonal theme, and then to provide them with special downtime rules that carry them between adventures. It's designed explicitly to be an overarching campaign and to allow players to join up and to drop out and to attend as they see fit from week to week. And then it hacks 5th edition D&D, because, we like hacking. It hacks 5th edition D&D to provide all of this stuff that you can do between adventures to carry your character from one adventure to another. The Adventurers League has had a ton of success in your friendly local game store and at conventions. And what we wanted to do is work with the league to really bring some of that content online to Roll20. So what we're going to do to start is we're going to play through the first season of the Adventurers League, the D&D Adventurers League content. It's called Tyranny of Dragons. And we're going to work through the entire first season. It should take us a few months. I think it's about 60 hours of content. And it's built into, like I said, episodic pieces. So if you miss an adventure, if you've been away for a couple of weeks, you can just jump right back in. And each episode or arc of episodes is going to be a self-contained, tied together by the theme. And what's going to be cool is that all of the maps, all the adventure content, everything that I'm going to be using to GM this game is going to be available for you to download through the Adventurers League, so that if you want to play an adventure, say you see a particularly cool set of encounters, or you like one of the maps that we're using, you can go and pick that up and you can run it yourself. And to help you, I'm going to be holding GM workshops to show you how I implemented that content into Roll20. So we'll do a little bit of like what we did back when we were doing Apocalypse World, where I'll show you, here's the map for this content, and we're going to talk about, how I added it in, how I set up dynamic lighting, how I chose tokens, that kind of thing. So we'll be providing a little bit of tutorial content. We'll go back to our roots back at the beginning. Now, the Adventurers League is designed for between 2 and 6 PCs, so it gives us a little bit of freedom from episode to episode to mix up the cast or have guests. Or do smaller streams or larger streams sometimes. So if we have a bigger adventure, we might bring on an extra player. If we have a short, say, quick one session, or we're missing a player, we don't have to skip a week. We can just play with less people. It'll be a little bit like old school adventures that way. So it's designed to scale. So we get a little bit more flexibility, and that means more shows for you. And like I said, if you miss an episode, the plot runs through the whole thing, so you can just tune back in whenever you like and get caught up on YouTube afterwards. So to start the show, we do have a couple of new cast members that I'd like to introduce you to. So our cast is going to consist of, ta-da! Here's our cast. A couple of familiar faces. Our little pixelated wizard down there in the corner, known to you possibly from The Shadow or Iori Rain or a number of other cool characters. We have Dave the human, down over here. We're going to be joined, of course, by Commuting Crow, aka Gritch, aka the adorable Lorelei Beebottom. So Andrew's coming on back. And then two new cast members. We have Blue Jay joining us, and Blue Jay is a big comic fan. She's a partnered streamer, all-around rad human. She's never played a role-playing game before. So I'm super excited. Super excited to have Blue Jay on board. And then veteran of LARP and D&D alike, and cast member of the Northern Winds show on Twitch. We're going to be joined by Distracted Elf. So I'm really excited about this cast. We've all been doing a very good job, I think, so far of not spoiling it, even though we've been talking about the game and getting excited about our characters for weeks. And I think this is going to be a great cast to start with. But like I said, the game is meant to scale between 2 and 6 PCs. So we're going to have layout graphics and everything crafted for the whole range. So every week, when we engage in a new adventure, you may see new faces, familiar faces, join us in the adventure. So we're going to get started next Thursday. That'll be our very first episode. We're going to make characters live on stream because I want to talk to you about the rules that the Adventurers League has for character creation. There are a couple of little tweaks that get added to the game if you're using the Adventurers League rules. So come and check that out. Next week, we're going to do character creation, and we're going to start in with our first adventure. It's a shorter adventure with a couple of encounters called Defiance in Flan. So if you like pudding or cities in the Forgotten Realms, come on back for that. We're going to get started with Tyranny of Dragons next week at 11 a.m. And then after that, we've got shows every Thursday in July, plus GM content in between those shows, so you can keep an eye out for that. And for me, as the GM, I'm super excited to try out things like our SRD compendium to show you dynamic lighting. I've been playing with dynamic lighting for the last couple of weeks, and it's super fun. So I'm excited to show you that and really dig into all the fun tokens that we have available in the marketplace. D&D is a very particular kind of game, and I think that it works really well for one specific thing, which is to say going on adventures, getting treasure, and fighting monsters. And those are the things that we're going to be doing when we play 5th edition D&D, partnering up with the D&D Adventurers League. So in the meantime, make sure that you throw us a follow on Twitter and right here on Twitch. And you'll be able to get updates as we move towards the show. We're going to have new art created for the show, and all of that will get previewed between now and then on our Twitter channel. And I hope that you will tune in a week to join us live for the campaign. So thanks for coming for the announcement, everybody, and we will see you with some D&D content. Roll20 presents the Adventurers League Season 1, Tyranny of Dragons, next week. Thanks for coming, everybody. See you soon.